So I want to start. Okay, what a spring day. It's a great day. Okay. So everyone's ready? All right. Today, huh, we are going to talk about the very last topic in the textbook sessions, innovation. Innovation. Okay. All right. So we already talked about two additional topics, international strategy and entrepreneurship strategy. This time we are talk about innovation, okay, technology. So why we care about these three topics? Three topics because these topics, okay, these topics reduce cost, increase product differentiations. Then you have competitive advantage. Okay, so generic strategies usually cost and product differentiations co-move, but this using these topics, we can reduce cost, increase product differentiation simultaneously. That's why people are crazy about these topics. Okay, so you're done, almost you're done. Okay, this is the very last chapter. Actually, I love your performance. Okay? You did a great job. You did a great job in the textbook sessions. So I have decided to move, okay, the upward drastically the distribution of your grade. Okay, so keep up the good work. Keep up the good work in the simulation too. Okay, after textbook sessions, we are focused on the simulations, and you focus on the simulations. Okay, so everyone's ready to go the very last chapter. If you are, please say yes. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go. All right. At this point, before simulations, I just again, okay, emphasize teamwork, no slacking. Okay. So if necessary, I'm going to do peer evaluations. Okay. So teamwork is very important. Very important. It's a chance of self-learning. Okay, self-learning. Okay. And during the simulations, we'll meet every time, touch base. Okay? Touch base. So we are meet on this video campus every time. Then you will have your own team meetings. Okay? I believe this is the best way at this point. Live the best way. Okay, to everyone participate in the simulations. And schedule. So today we are going to talk about technology, innovation, very simple topics. Okay, and exam 3 on Wednesday. Then presentation 3 and round 1. Presentation 3, your presentation will be focused on again your simulations. Okay, so you did 2 practice rounds, right? You did 2 practice rounds. So what you did and how it was, how it worked. Okay, very briefly, we are talking about, we summarize, we conclude your 2 practice round, then we are gonna move to the regular competition round. Okay, regular competition round 1. Okay, so your regular competition round 1 will restart, okay, during the meeting, during the presentations, 4 p.m. Okay, 4 p.m. next week. 4 p.m. next week. So all the data just removed, reset, then we restart, new game, regular competition round 1. Any question, comment? All right, let's go. And the distribution of your one keys, average is a 6 out of 8. It's a little bit lower. I'm not sure why. And standard deviation is greater than 1. So if those numbers appeared in the early of the semester, I would be worried about it, but not this time. Okay, so it's a very the later stage of the semester, so probably that's why. Okay, then one keys. Let's go. One keys and under the keys. your chapter 12 warm case is now available. Please go ahead to Canvas and take chapter 12 warm case. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay? And when you're done, please type done. Let me know. All right, great. Many people done. So, anybody needs more time, please let me know. All right, let's talk about innovation. Innovation strategy. Okay, let's talk about it. All right, we talked about technology already, so you have a great sense about technology. All right? Technology reduce cost, increase product differentiation. That's why we care about innovation. Innovation. In this chapter, actually, innovation is a broad topic, but in this chapter, we are focused on two subtopics: the types of innovation and people. The types of innovation and people. Why people? Because where innovation coming from? People, networks. Okay. Actually, your textbook is talking about some other things, but at this point, I just want to focus on types of innovation and people. All right, that's it. So today meeting will be very straightforward and simple. Okay? Number one, process innovations. Process versus product innovations. Process innovations reduce cost side. Product innovations, product side. Okay, so process innovations are often associated with a low cost leadership strategy. That's true. Okay. Number two, product innovations are commonly associated with a differentiation strategy. Product differentiation, yes, it's true. Okay. So process, product innovations. You need to think about this in your simulations. In your simulations, you focus on what? Cost leadership or differentiation? Which one? Then you think about what innovations you need. Okay. Process innovations, cost side. Product innovations, product side. Okay. Number three, disruptive innovations are those that overturn markets by providing altogether your approach to meeting customer needs. Yes. Okay. Disruptive innovations and sustaining innovations. Sustaining innovations sustain existing market, but disruptive innovations you remove the existing market or considerably change your existing markets. So we talked about this. Okay? Disruptive innovations. Big corporations really like disruptive innovations? Probably not, because they already have their own market in the current conditions, so they don't want to have disruptive innovations. Okay? Disruptive innovations, they don't want. So their strategy is what? It is very interesting to see. I didn't talk about this. Okay. So Microsoft, big corporations, there's a breakthrough technology. Okay? It can change whole market. Then what Microsoft is gonna do? Buy it and put it in the bag. Nobody can touch it. Okay, something like that. Isolation strategy. Okay? So disruptive innovations, it changes a lot the market. So big corporations, the existing market holders, they don't like it. Okay. Sustaining innovations are okay. Okay? Number four, radical innovation often involves open-ended experimentation, which can be very time-consuming. Yes. So radical innovation versus incremental innovations. It's a sustaining versus disruptive. Uh, Incremental versus radical. Very similar. Very similar. Okay. Number five, strategic renewal and the pursuit of new venture opportunities are two primary aims of corporate entrepreneurship. Yes, very true. Very true. Okay. Why do you care about corporate entrepreneurship in this point with the technology? Because entrepreneurial activities are greatly harmonized with via innovation, pursuing innovation. Because small organizations, okay, they faced nimble to observe strategic agendas. Okay? That's why corporate entrepreneurship is coupled with the innovation strategy. Okay? Number six, Business incubators. We have several examples of business incubators at Berry College, like the Hackberry, and the Berry Enterprises, something like that. Okay, so Berry College supports this stand-alone business. When they grow up, they just be independent. So business incubators are designed to support Plant clean entrepreneurial ventures until they can operate as a standalone business. Yes, very true. Number seven, corporate ventures. They use real options logic. We talk about real options logic many times. Okay, many times because it reduces downside of the investment. Okay, reduce risk. Okay, corporate ventures that use real option logic in decision making, multiple decision making, tend to keep total investment low in order to minimize the downside risk of project. Yes, very true. Very true. Okay. But any question, comment? All right. Now let's move. Okay. So once again, today we are focused on types of innovations. We already talked about some types of innovations: process, product innovations, sustaining disruptive innovation, and radical and incremental innovations. And corporate innovation process, and some we're gonna talk about some people and real option analysis, some topics. That's it. So basically, we want to talk about types of innovation, people, and networks. People and networks today. Where we are here, chapter 12. Right. Today class activity. Today class activity is Google. Everyone knows Google, right? Everyone knows Google. We use Google every day. Okay. Sometimes Google is a technology company. It's not just the search engine. Okay? It's a technology company. So Google has some diversification strategy. It invests in a new start business and an existing business. Sometimes it is successful, sometimes it's not. Okay, so we are talking about this case with this case. Okay, so Google's case. Please talk about these two cases with your team. Two questions with your team, and then as a whole group, we are gonna briefly talk about this, and then we are gonna move. So I'm gonna create your breakout rooms, 6 rooms, and 10 minutes. I'm gonna give it 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Please go ahead, join with your team. Please go ahead, join with your team and talk about these two questions. Be ready, be ready to present what you have discussed. Okay? Please go ahead, join with your team.
Yeah, it was also like also a lot of people were scared that if Google was to get into the radio market, like they would take over just because of how successful they've been in the past. And I mean that
Brandon, Brandon, you are out of room.
my bad.
Yeah, please go back. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. So how was your team meeting? Is it okay? Okay, Brandon was talking about something, right? Okay, thank you, Dominic. Thank you, Dustin. Okay, all right, let's talk about that Google case. Google case. Okay. So once again, Google tried new business. Sometimes it is successful, sometimes it is not. Okay, why? We are talking about it. Actually, this is very simple case, very straightforward case, but it has a lot of implications with your simulations too. Your simulations too. So the first question: why didn't the lessons Google learned in the online market apply to the radio market? Any team, anyone, what you discuss, please tell us. Anyone, any team?
I think one thing that Google struggled with was the metrics that they had used to track success online didn't translate to radio. So, like, they talked about how they had no way of knowing if people were actually listening to their ads. So, they weren't able to actually figure out if they were doing well in the new market or not.
All right, great, Brendan. Brendan, what team is it?
Team 6.
All right, team six. Great, great. Yeah. So metrics for the success is totally different. That means actually something core competencies are different in the online market and radio market. So Google has, as you know, it's a big, big corporation. It has a lot of resources, okay, a lot of people, okay, but still, they didn't have core competencies in the radio market. Even they have a great level of resources. In the online market, their core competencies, I'm not sure what exactly the core competencies are in the online markets. Probably there are multiple, core competencies for Google. But, Google's core competencies are in the online market, but not in the radio market. It was a problem. It's a problem. All right, great. Any other comment? Any other questions? Ideas? So this point is exactly directly involved with the simulations. When you set up your products, what are your core competencies? Okay. So cost leadership or product differentiations? If you focus on product differentiations, what are your core competencies? It should be in most cases because your simulation is very simple. In most cases, it should be based on the customer preference. Your product should be consistent with the customer preferences. Okay? So, what your customers really like, you should see it. It is very important. So, your core competencies should pursue your customers' needs. Okay? All right. Any question? Any comment? Okay, next question. Radio is increasingly moving to satellite and streaming systems. Okay. Is this a new opportunity for Google or should it steer clear of radio altogether? How do you think about it? Anyone, anything? Please go ahead. Anyone, anything, please tell us what you discussed in the second question. Okay, Jacob says it is increasingly the opportunity they can engage since it would be easier to measure engagement by streams rather than listens. Okay, if they have a way to see who is listening and buying things from their digital ads on a digital streaming radio platform, they'll be in a good shape. Yes, I agree with that. So satellite service systems, streaming services, getting more and more important these days. Okay, so these are environmental change. Environmental change. Okay, so much better than guessing who listened to the radio and then brought something. Easier to see correlation on a digital platform. Yes. Okay. So this is a big trend. Actually, we already saw it. Big trends. Okay. So at this point, I want to say this. I want to say this. Some people actually forecast this change. Some people didn't. Okay. So actually, your business strategy is composed of two: forecasting and reaction without forecasting. Okay. The combination, proactive, ex ante, ex post. Okay. The reactions. So we see this big trend, okay? Then you see this environmental change. Okay, all right. Dominic says false alarm. I think it's worth pointing out that Google, being such a big name, likely makes business are willing to give them the chance of partaking in the market. Yes, that's true. That's true. Okay. So think about that. Environmental change. Then what are you gonna do? You should change it too. You should be consistent with these changes, your resource. Okay? So environmental changes, your resource changes. Okay? If you consistent with these two changes, you have what? Competitive advantage. This is dynamic capability. Dynamic capability we already talked about in the previous chapters. Okay? So it is involved with your simulation too. Think about that. Environmental changes. Your competitors will change, okay? Yourself will change, your market will change, your customers will change. Okay? Actually, everything is changing. Then what are you gonna do? You should change too. You should be consistent with these changes. So that's why we need to keep watching, monitor, okay? What's going on in the market, your customers. Then you should be consistent with these changes. Okay. So your environments, your strategy, everything is dynamic. Okay. So from the competition round 1 to 8, you will have each round. You will have a dynamic strategies. Okay. Keep in mind. Keep in mind. Okay. And at this point, if I have a chance to talk with Google in this situation, probably I would recommend the real option approach. Okay? Because Google, okay, great resourceful company, but it still has a limited knowledge about the new market. Then what are you gonna do? Staging decision making, multiple stages decision making. You would make a small experimental environment of investment in a new market, then see how it works. Then if you're sure this market is working for me, then you go forward. If not, just say goodbye. Why not? This is a real option approach. Okay? So probably they should take my course before to get into the radio market. Okay? To think about a better strategy. All right. Any question, comment? Very straightforward, very simple case, but it has a lot of implications. No question, no comment. All right, great. What a great learning curve. Okay? So, no question, no comment. I want to move. Okay, Jake, thank you, Dominic, for your typing. All right, so innovations. So innovation, transformation of organizational process, process innovation, creation of new commercially viable product innovations. Process innovation, product innovation. Process innovation, reduce cost. Product innovation, increase product differentiation. Product innovations create new product design. Process innovation improve the efficiency. All right? Efficiency, effectiveness. Efficiency, effectiveness. Radical innovation, incremental innovations. Radical innovations, major departure from existing practice. Incremental innovation, enhance existing practice. Okay. Sustaining innovations, disruptive innovation, we already talked about that, right? Sustaining innovations, disruptive innovations. Sustaining innovations, okay. Existing markets are sustained, but disruptive innovations replace the existing market. And there are some other topics in the innovation in the textbook, but I'm not going to replicate this because it's very simple. You can just read and then you can understand that. Okay? Seed versus with which project you are choose. Experience versus initiative. Who should lead an innovation project? Okay? Internal, external, we talked about that. Okay? Building capabilities versus collaborating. Okay? Something like that. We want to talk about people. Stepping to capture value from innovation. People. Right? To talk about innovations, people are always important because all the innovations are coming from people. Okay? Networks are the group of people. Okay? So people, networks are the same thing. So why we care about people? To talk about innovation because innovations are coming from people. Okay? So collaborating with innovation partners are very, very important. Networks. Okay? The value of unsuccessful innovation is still has a high value and people will use it. Unsuccessful innovations. Okay? So we still care about unsuccessful innovations. Okay? And then corporate entrepreneurship. Why we care about corporate entrepreneurship? Because organizations. Okay? Small and nimble organizations. To pursue innovations. Okay? There are venture groups and incubators. Okay? New venture groups and business incubators. We have several examples of business incubators. We already talked about that. Okay? At Berry and Berry Enterprises and some other stuff. Okay? Even in the community, business community, outside business community, there are many examples of business incubators these days. Okay? Supported by governments, okay? Government organizations. SBA, Small Business Administration, they support a lot of business incubator programs. So they support, we talked about SBA, right? Last time, SBA supports loan programs and business incubators. So if you are interested in being your own boss, entrepreneurs, you should use SBA. Okay? Right, new venture groups, business incubators, we talked about that. Okay? And your option approach, we already talked about at the beginning in the semester, right, with my papers. So pursuing innovation is always inherently contains some kind of risk. Okay? It's a new idea. You try. Okay? So when you have a really high risk of investment project, then you can use multiple stage decision making, real option approach. Multiple stage decision making. Okay? If you're not sure this project, this investment is really promising or not, you make a small and tall experimental investment at the first stage. then you will see what happens. When you have more information, and you're sure about the promising, then go forward. If it's not, what are you going to do? Say goodbye, withdraw your investment. That's it. Okay? So this is a real option approach. Real option. Entrepreneur orientation is people. People. Okay? I'm pretty sure when I meet people, innovators, okay, I feel like autonomy, innovativeness, proactiveness, competitive aggressiveness, risk taking, something like that. But I'm not sure which one is first. They have these dimensions of orientation to be an innovator, or after being an innovator, they have these characteristics. I'm not sure. The causality is not clear, but I'm pretty sure there are some correlations. When I meet some innovators in that area, I feel these dimensions of entrepreneurial orientations: autonomy, innovativeness, proactiveness, competitiveness, aggressiveness, risk taking. But causality, I'm not sure. Okay, so please look at these definitions, and you will have a better sense about who entrepreneurs, who innovators are. Okay, all right. That's pretty much about this topic. Okay, very simple topic. So we done all the chapters. You did a great job. Thank you so much. You did a great job. You did a great discussions. You provide a lot of insightful discussions. I love that. I love that. Any question, comment, concern, please let me know. Now we are in the turning phase, transition period. No question, no comment, no concern. So can I believe we are in the same line at this point? So we are ready to go forward for the simulations. Please say yes. Okay, great. So if you don't have any question, comment, we're gonna move forward. Okay. So next time we gonna do on Wednesday. We will have an exam. Okay. This is the third exam. You are familiar with my our exam style, so I'm not worried about the exam. Just again, the best strategy is what? Read twice the textbook. Okay, very carefully. And then we are going to do simulations. Okay, and the next Monday, okay, your simulation will focus on 2 practice rounds, right? Okay. What you did, how it worked. Then we are focused on the simulations, regular competition round. Okay. Then for the regular competition round, we are meet every time on this video conference or touch base. Then you will have your own team meetings. Okay. Good luck. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You did a great job so far. So we're done textbook sessions and we are gonna move forward. Okay, you're almost done. You're almost done. Okay. All right. Then any question, comment, concern? Okay, I'm gonna see you on Wednesday. Thank you so much.